create or edit a Wellbore, navigate to the Wellbore Outlook button. There are four main panes to consider: the Add Wellbore pane, the Add Configuration pane, the Editing pane, and the Schematic. In the Add Wellbore pane, the physical wellbore will always exist, and this represents the wellbore that is actually in the ground. However, in wellbore optimization you often want to try out different configurations for comparison purposes, which is why we allow you to create scenario or theoretical wellbores. For now, let's just use the physical wellbore. Below that is the Add Configuration pane, which has a tree view for your profile, temperature, and deviation survey. For the current well, it was initially completed with just casing. Let's enter the data. Click on Temperature to enter the wellbore temperature gradient. There are two methods: a linear profile that uses measured depth, and a detailed profile. Since this is a vertical well, we'll use the linear profile. Finally, we'll leave the deviation survey blank because this is a vertical well. So far we've set up a well with casing only, but we want to see what would happen if we installed tubing into the wellbore. The best way to do this is to add a scenario wellbore. We mentioned earlier that a scenario wellbore can be added for comparison purposes, and it won't affect any of the common calculations. Start by pressing the plus button to create a wellbore. Then choose to either copy or create a new wellbore. We'll copy the existing one. Also, we'll keep the default name of Wellbore 2. Now we have a scenario wellbore that is a duplicate of our actual wellbore. For reference, I'll rename this configuration as casing only. Now, let's create a new configuration in this wellbore. In the Add Configuration toolbar, press the plus button. First of all, we must choose a start date. This is required for the software to uniquely identify each configuration. So let's specify January 1st, 2015. If you don't have a specific date, you can just pick any date at random. With the date selected, we can then rename the new configuration. Let's call this Tubing Installed. Finally, we can choose to copy an existing configuration or create a new one. To save time, let's copy the existing configuration. Now, we'll edit this new configuration to meet our needs. The details of our new configuration are as follows. Back in the Wellbore editor, we'll start by adding our tubing data here. And we'll change our flow path to match. Now we have two configurations here. To toggle the display between name and date, press this button here. For further details on wellbores or configuration, please open the Help, go to the Start page, and go to the Enter Wellbore Data section here. For further details on pumping or gas lift, please see the section on artificial lift here in the Help file.